Hey folks, and welcome to another episode of Gamer Logic. Today we're starting a small series that may not last too long because there's only so many game systems I can cover and reminisce about, but this series is going to be called I Remember, and it's going to talk about some of my first days with some of my very favorite video game consoles and what it was like and what my memories were about it. So I remember the Nintendo Entertainment System. Was 1987. I was 5 years old, without a video game console. My Intellivision blew up, my Commodore blew up, and I wasn't able to play any video games, but I was really into matchboxes. And those of you who are not familiar with what matchboxes are, they are basically die-cast metal cars of various makes and models, and I love those things, man. I had so many Matchbox cars. Wasn't a Hot Wheels kid, was strictly Matchbox. And the be-all, end-all to Matchbox collectibles was having Matchbox Motor City. And I begged and begged and begged my parents for Matchbox Motor City. So, April 7th rolls around, 1987. It's early morning. I'm up watching an episode of Casper in black and white, I think. And my dad tells me, "Hey son, that box in the closet, that's Matchbox Motor City." Thinking, alright, finally, I'm getting my car set up for the rest of the day and everything. Well, this box gets pulled out over here, and as you can see, this is the Nintendo Entertainment System, and it's wrapped up, and it's time to open presents. I open presents, and I rip it open, and I see it's a Nintendo Entertainment System. And what's my first reaction to seeing the Nintendo Entertainment System? I don't pull an N64 kid and crap my pants because I just got a great video game console. Instead, I go, "Where's my Matchbox Motor City?" I was like unbelievably disappointed that I didn't have my Matchbox Motor City, and I remember being angry at my dad saying, "Where's my Matchbox Motor City?" And "Oh, I'm just kidding, you got a Nintendo." Well, I was kind of pissed at first, but that slowly went away when we plugged it in and started playing Super Mario Brothers. And man, I remember I was playing it, my older sister was playing it, and my dad and everything. We were playing Super Mario Brothers running through, we were playing Duck Hunt with the Zapper, and man, I was just blown away. My memories of Matchbox Motor City were slowly fading away, and I was starting to get it sucked into the 80s fad known as Nintendo. Well, we had a local video store to us, and one of the very first games my dad rented, and actually it was the first game, was Double Dragon. And being 5 years old, you know, not really knowing how to read too well yet, I actually thought Double Dragon was the Karate Kid, and back in the 80s, Karate Kid was the de facto movie. I mean, I think we were at part 2 at that time, but I love the Karate Kid movies, and I thought that's what Double Dragon was. So I assumed that you were playing as the Karate Kid, and I was always asking my dad, "Where's Mr. Miyagi?" So I don't know why I put 2 and 2 together that Double Dragon was the Karate Kid, but it was pretty funny. And I remember a couple of years down the line actually playing the Karate Kid game and realizing that Double Dragon wasn't the Karate Kid. And, well, let's just say I wish the Karate Kid was what Double Dragon was, because the Karate Kid game was not that good. I remember going out with my uncle and my grandma and my mom. We were doing some shopping or something. And we came home, and my sister was on the Nintendo playing this really interesting game with a red guy whipping these monsters in this forest. And that game was Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. And I was blown away. When my sister finally let me play and I was going through it, I was just absolutely amazed at everything you could do. I don't remember if I actually ever got past the first mansion or figured out what to do after that. I think I was pretty lost at that point, but man, did I have fun with Castlevania 2. I wouldn't play Castlevania 1 until a couple years later when my sister would buy that copy for me for Christmas. And I actually have the original copy that my sister bought for me. Now, finally, I want to talk about the very first game that my dad actually bought me when I got my Nintendo Entertainment System a couple months later. My dad got his first work bonus, and I remember he bought a brand new Panasonic TV, a brand new TV entertainment center, and he said, "Son, I have something really cool for you." My dad was big into martial arts, Bruce Lee, ninja, stuff like that, and he pulled out Ninja Gaiden. Holy crap. I can't tell you how many times I played through this game and how many years it took me to beat this thing. But man, oh man, I was blown away at the cutscenes. I loved the music, the platforming, all the action was just amazing. And every time you beat a boss and got further and further and further into it, it was just amazing. And this is my original copy of Ninja Gaiden that my dad bought me. And funny enough, my cousin actually borrowed this for years and I never saw it, and he finally returned it back to me like late probably in the 90s. But this is still one of my favorite games, and I owe my dad big time for getting me into video games again. But Ninja Gaiden, freaking awesome. So my very first copy of that. But that is my introduction to the Nintendo Entertainment System. What was your first video game console that you got introduced to, and what was your fond memories for it? You'll probably be seeing another episode of I Remember shortly, but that is my memories about the awesome Nintendo Entertainment System. Take it easy, guys.